The following program contains material that is not suitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the Community Media Center Marin, it's marINSANITY.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Jill Lassard, and I am the Director of Operations here at the Community Media Center of Marin. And I'm also the producer of marINSANITY. Welcome to our 40th episode. Now, before we start the show, I have a couple of important announcements. That is the emergency exit, the door that you came in, okay? Now, how many of you are from Marin? Fantastic. I know now that if we have, God forbid, a fire, an earthquake, or an alien invasion, you, sir, you will turn to the person behind you, you will gesture to that door, and you will say, "After you." And he, of course, will say, "No, after you." And then you'll say, "No, I insist."
Nobody will ever get out of here.
Marin people are so polite and progressive. I'm from New Hampshire, the granite state, as forward-moving as solid rock. I used to be proud of the fact that I was nominated for New Hampshire Teacher of the Year.
All right.
Until somebody pointed out that the state is actually shaped like a dunce cap. In New Hampshire, we don't require anybody to wear a motorcycle helmet or seatbelts when they're driving. Needless to say, our state motto is live free or die. I came to California many years ago to pursue a career in the television industry, and I've always worked behind the scenes. So it's really an ironic twist that I am actually one of the most famous, recognizable American icons that you see every single day. Now, I'm looking around and I see some expressions, for example, confusion, skepticism, or in your case, sir, would you like a Tums? Well, I guess there's nothing to it then. I guess I need to demonstrate my claim to fame. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? You don't get it? I'm the walk symbol, guys. What, you don't believe me? I'll have you know, I beat out some of the top professional symbol models for that crosswalk audition. The man from the men's room sign was there. The lady from the ladies' room sign was there. The Arm and Hammer guy was there. He actually got the don't walk. The reason I didn't get the hand job, oh, people, get your minds out of the gutter, come on. I was told by the powers that be that my ring finger is too long. They actually cited a scientific study that says if your ring finger is longer than your index finger, there is a high probability that you are a lesbian. Now, check it out. Let me see, guys. Let me see.
Oh, too late. I'm really.
Lesbian. Lesbian. Sir, have you ever had sex with a woman?
Yes, I may.
Lesbian. I am actually trisexual. In my 20s, I had a long-term relationship with a man. In my 40s, I had a long-term relationship with a woman. So if the trend continues, in my 60s, I am going to be involved with an alien. And that's cool. I'm a Democrat. I just hope that it's more like the E.T. type than the Predator. Yeah, I've actually gone online and I found a dating app for available aliens. It's profiles and photos of extraterrestrials who want to hook up with a human. Did you know there are aliens who look like giant ants? Well, right off the bat, picnics are out. And what would a romantic stroll look like? I'll show you. Now, there's other aliens that are called reptilians. I'm sorry, I'm looking for somebody that's warm-hearted, not cold-blooded. And what would it be like, when you're out on a romantic dinner date? Insect salad, frog's legs on a bed of worms. What's for dessert? Mice cream? That would really be hard for me to take. I'm a vegetarian. I think I'm going to wind up with a gray. You know the grays. They're the short ones with the smooth gray skin, the large head, spindly arms and legs, little slit for a mouth. Probably not great kissers. But I think I could really get lost staring into those big, black, almond-shaped eyes. Oh, geez, I almost forgot my second announcement. Our host tonight is the guy responsible for booking all of these talented Bay Area comedians, and he's also a pretty funny guy in his own right. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm marINSANITY welcome to Griffin Daly. Woohoo!
Hello, kids. Jill, eh? Funny, wouldn't she? Big surprise. Great stuff. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Thanks very much for coming out again, you beautiful peeps. Yeah. Who amongst you voted for the dumb train? No one wants to admit it now, do they? Eh? What a mess in downtown, right? Oh, God. $100 million so far. They're supposed to go to Windsor. Don't go to Windsor. And I've been looking forward to not going to Windsor. Hadn't you? No one wants to go to Windsor. That's going to be another $60 million. Oh. See, there's a reason, guys, that railroad went bust 100 years ago. And that reason is cars! Cars! We've all got cars. Anyway, we'll have to make do with it for a while until it goes bust, won't we? Oh, dear. How'd you like the jacket? Hey, I found that. It's good, isn't it? A vintage jacket. Do you like it? Yeah, it's Native American. I love Native American stuff, don't you? What tribe do you think that is, guys? Any ideas? No. What tribe? What? No. You're all wrong. It's Ralph Lauren. Vintage Ralph. He jumps on everything, doesn't he? Old Ralphie boy. Well, he's good fun. He's good fun. Oh, Jill was talking about aliens. Have you been watching the Ancient Aliens? You're not familiar with the whole thing? I mean, they're all around us. I mean, you don't know who they are, do you? You ever seen one? Anyone ever seen one? Ancient alien. Yes. Now, look. Some women get a little bit creeped out when I get close to them. But I'm not checking you out for sex, ladies. I'm just trying to smell if you're ripe to eat. Because, that's what we're ranching you people. We're ranching you. Nice bit of human and fries, that's fabulous. Yeah, no, it is. Now, I've been studying all that stuff a bit, so I'm kind of... They've been finding all these cities under the sea that they reckon are 30, 40,000 years ago, that they existed during the Ice Age, all around the Mediterranean and other places. And when the ice melted, all these places went underwater. Like, what do they call that one? Atlantis, yeah. You see, but there's loads of them. They're finding them everywhere. So human civilization goes back like 30, 40,000 years, more than we thought. Wonderful news, isn't it? It's great. Well, this lady came up to me after a show last week. She goes, "Hey, you're a funny old geezer. I'll spend the night in your hotel with you for $1,000. I said, "Well, that sounds great, babe, but right now, I don't need $1,000. Now, we got a great show. People from all around the Bay Area. The first guy, fantastic comic. Give a big, beautiful welcome for Brian Thomas.
Thank you, everybody. Keep it going for your host, Mr. Griffin Daly. Good to be here. I love doing shows with Griffin because I know I'm not going to be the oldest comic in the room. So good to be here. So scan of the room, check the demographics. I'm assuming we have some married folks here tonight, right? All right, just not very enthusiastic about it. I get it. No, I've been married for a while. In fact, my wife and I reached quite a milestone. Yesterday was our 25th. And, thanks, yeah. I was going to say our 25th day in a row without having sex, but thanks. Thanks for that applause nonetheless. I appreciate it. So, no, I don't know if it's been exactly 25 days or not, but been a while. But I admit it, when you get older, the sex drive does diminish a little bit. And, you know, I tell that to some younger folks, and they say, "Oh, well, maybe for you, but not for me." And I go, "No, it's going to happen, trust me." But when it does, don't worry about it, because there's going to be aspects of your love life that get better and actually more intense. And what has really intensified for me in terms of my lovemaking is after sex, my ability to fall asleep. I mean, when we first got married, I remember you had to reach for the remote, get on Sports Center, and lay there and snuggle and that crap for about 2-3 minutes until I fell asleep. But now I am out so fast. No more snuggling, don't have to worry about that. A little scary for my wife. She's been pinned underneath me for a while. She has to work her way out. But other than that, reality, I've been married 36 years, and people hear that. They go, "What's the secret?" How long are you folks? Brian, how long yourself? 12, okay. Well, 36, they go, "Hey, what's the secret to a long-term marriage?" I say, look, there's no one secret. There's a variety of things. First, important to remember the anniversary, but also do something special. I mean, every few years, besides just a normal dinner, flowers, do something special. So this past year, I told my wife, I'm going to take care of everything. We love Monterey. We got married down there, so I'm going to handle all the arrangements. So I made dinner reservations at the Chart House in Monterey, right there in Cannery Row. That's where we got engaged. And then we stayed our wedding night. Nice little place called Casa de Monterey. So I wanted to stay there again, but I couldn't find it. And I found out the name had changed. No longer Casa de Monterey. It's now called Casa de Comfort. And you may have heard of it as the Comfort Inn. But actually, that's okay. 36 years ago, we didn't care about a free buffet breakfast. Now that's kind of a nice thing we look forward to. But I told the guy, special night, we were here 36 years ago. We stayed in room 119. Can we get that same room? And he looked on the computer and he goes, "Yeah, I can. You'll stay in the same room. In fact, you're going to have the same mattress you had last time." So, made for a special evening. But the other thing is support. Now, my wife's always supported me in my professional career, but about 10 years ago, more like 8 years ago, I said, "Hey, I want to give stand-up comedy a try." And she supported me, even though when you start doing this, you're running around the Bay Area, open mics, you're not making any money, but I stuck with it, with her support. Here I am, 8 years later, professional comic. I'm getting booked, getting paid. I did a gig last week, $750, not too bad. Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't that one gig. That's cumulative total after 8 years. But I would say over a third of that has come in the past year, so it's really starting to ramp up here. But probably the biggest thing I would say is trust, because trust will prevent little problems from becoming big problems. We had an issue at our house. It was a butt dialing incident. And what had happened, I needed to make a phone call, walked out in the kitchen. My wife's cell phone was handy, so I picked it up. But before I dialed, I saw the last number she dialed. I didn't recognize the area code. I said, hey, what number is this? And she looked, she goes, oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's my old boyfriend's phone number. But I did not dial it on purpose. That was an accidental butt dial. I said, okay, so you randomly dialed 10 digits with your butt. Not only did you get someone you know, you got your old boyfriend, is that right? And she goes, yeah. And I go, okay, sounds plausible to me. I believed her because I trust her. So end of story as far as I'm concerned. But just like she trusts me and believed me when I had a butt dialing incident of my own, one day I randomly butt dialed some numbers and I butt dialed Exchange Bank. That's where we do our banking. Then butt dialed a few more numbers and I butt accessed the automated teller. Then I butt dialed one for English, butt entered our password, and then I butt transferred $160 to Moonflower Asian Massage in Santa Rosa. So could have happened to anybody, you know. Explained to my wife. My wife believed me, 'cause that was the easy part, because she trusts me. Hard part was sorting out the transaction. I had to go down to the bank, explain this happened again, get all the parties involved, fill out a bunch of paperwork. A real nightmare there for a while, but I finally got it squared away. So the good news is, story had a happy ending, and we moved on from there just fine. So yeah, 2019 has been an interesting year. I had a couple things happen. Had a life-changing experience a while ago. I performed CPR on somebody. Now, I coached my girls when they were youth sports, and then recent years I started coaching my granddaughter. Now the leagues want you to take life-saving and CPR, and I go, okay, I'll go through the motions, but I'll never have to use this. Wouldn't you know, this past season, a situation arose where I had to perform CPR on somebody. We're at a game, this guy clutches his chest, falls out of the stands, hits the ground. Everybody's freaking out except for me because I had that training. So I go running over there, started performing CPR. Now, I should explain, I said life-changing experience. It wasn't so much life-changing for me, it was more for him, because he was alive when I started, and then that changed. So, but later I realized my mistake. I don't know, has anybody else here gone to CPR? You know the song you're supposed to do CPR to the rhythm to? No, not that one. You said it, Staying Alive. Makes sense. That's how you remember it. Staying Alive, because of the perfect rhythm. It's staying alive, staying alive. I knew it was a Bee Gees song. I did the wrong one. I did How Deep Is Your Love? And then, it's like, how deep is your love? And that's just not going to get the oxygen to the brain. And I felt real bad, because even the guy I was performing on knew the right song, and his dying words were, staying alive, staying. And I thought he was telling me he was staying alive. And I thought, great, it's working. This is great. So anyway, they cart him off afterwards. Went back, coached the game. We won, so we got a victory. And in terms of the playoffs, we were still alive. So that was a good thing. So overall, a good day. But here's the other thing. Now I don't go looking for trouble, but I got into a fight a little while ago, and first fight's in 7th grade. I mean, this was crazy, but something that really ticked me off. I live in Roanoke Park, so I was shopping at Safeway. I walk out in the parking lot, and all of a sudden this guy whips in front of me and parks in a handicap spot, and I hate that. So I watch him get out. He's walking fine. Looked at his car, no permit on his car. And so I called him out. I go, hey, douchebag. And what are you doing? He goes, you talking to me? He goes, yeah, you're in a handicap spot. You're walking fine. I don't see a permit on your car. Unless you show me one, I'm not going to let you park here. And he goes, oh, you want to see a permit, huh? And he starts getting all gangster on me. He goes, I got a permit right here, and it's in the form of a knuckle sandwich. So he was a white gangster, so he didn't have the real gang lingo down. So anyway, he comes at me, and he takes this big roundhouse swing, and I saw it coming, so I reached out and I literally caught his punch, and it stunned him a little bit. And I go, okay, Eminem, it's on now. And I grabbed him by the hand, and I flung him into his own car, ran up behind him. I did this flying knee kick into his kidneys. He falls on the ground. And I go, one shot to the head, this fight is over. Then he rolls over and he goes, wait, I should be able to park there because I'm a veteran. And I said, well, actually, that's not true. But even if it was, how would I know you're a veteran? And at that point, he pointed at his license plate. I did see a symbol there. And when I read it, it said Pearl Harbor Survivor. And I go, okay, yeah, that qualifies as veteran. So, next time that rises, I'll cut him a little slack. So two good things came out of that. One is now I know what that symbol is, but two, after the loss I took in 7th grade, I'm back to 1-1 500 record. Feel really good about that. So, hey, you ready to keep the show going? You guys are an awesome crowd. My name is Brian Thomas. Thank you very much.
Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas. Don't you love him? We're trying to keep the quality up, guys. Sold that jacket for $50, eh? Hey, here's another one. Let's keep this rolling with a great friend of mine, Martin Marufo.
Hello, what's up, Marin? How we doing tonight? We doing all right? It's good to be here. A little bit about myself. My name is Martin, but friends call me Marty, so nobody calls me Marty. I'm trying to be a little more social. I think a good start would be to grow out my beard. Not because it looks good. I've actually got a flight coming up, and I really need the attention. I'm half Mexican, half white. I get mistaken for a lot of stuff from time to time. Give you an example. A while back, I was at a ball game with my dad, and a guy sitting behind me taps me on the shoulder. He says, "Excuse me, sir, are you Persian?" I go, "No, I'm not Persian, but I see where you're coming from." And I asked him, it's because of my face, right? He goes, no, not your face. He says, it's based on the way your hair curls up the top of your shirt and up under your hat. Everybody had enough time to process that very hurtful visual. What do you even say to that? Except thank you, racist Sherlock Holmes. That guy got in my head. So anytime I fill out one of those surveys to this day, I check under ethnicity, I check other, and I write in hairy back ? You figure it out. I'm just going to keep being gross. Like I mentioned, I am half Mexican. Growing up, I got to know the Mexican half of my family much better than the white half because the Mexican half of my family would throw a party every other day for any little reason. White side of the family, it's like, we'll see you Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, go to hell. But the Mexican half of the family, it's like, hey man, your cousin Victor has an impacted wisdom tooth. Come over, we're getting messed up. Like, all right. You say so. You get to the party, cousin Victor's sitting in the corner, cotton still in his mouth, still sedated, with a beer in his hand because he is 12 years old and he is a man. That's my boy, is all I'm trying to say. I have a lot of problems with self-esteem, in case you guys are deaf. And I think it stems from my childhood, because when I was a kid, I was very, very fat. And here's a fun fact for you. If you've ever heard one fat Mexican kid talk, you've heard us all talk, because we all sound exactly the same. I was going to run around the track, like the gym teacher said, but then my legs started to hurt. So I didn't. And that was me. I was so out of shape, they put me in a class they called adaptive PE. And the thing we were adapting to was failure. So they put me in this class with one other kid. His name was Alan, or Alan, for those of you who are not bilingual. And Alan was a jerk. He was 2 times fatter than I was, and every single day he greeted me the exact same way. Hello, fat boy. Did you tape your chi-chis down, fat boy? And it didn't matter how well I was doing in comparison to this kid. Like, I could be lapping him, and as I pass him on the track, I get like a Doppler effect, like a fat, sweaty ambulance going by. Just, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy. I don't want to sound petty or vindictive or anything like that, but I really hope he's dead. I'm in a relationship. It's going pretty well. It's going a lot better than my last relationship. My last girlfriend and I broke up mutually. She said, I'm leaving you. I said, good job. And I'm trying to figure out where that relationship went wrong. And I think I narrowed it down. Like, we hit a crossroads. And it's a crossroads you hit anytime you're dating a Sonoma County woman. Let me paint the picture for you. We were driving along this beautiful country road. Everything was beautiful. The hills were green and rolling. Everything was serene. And then she hit me with it. We should get a kayak. I said, I'm out. I'm done. I don't know. I don't know what you want. Yeah. It was weird because she and I broke up, and then we lived together for 4 months. And that was tough, because if I have to describe how that feels, it's a lot like when you go out with your friends and you guys say goodbye to each other and you start walking in the same direction. It's just that for 4 months. I am trying to work on myself. I'm trying to be a better person. First and foremost, I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to stay healthy, and I think I've done a pretty good job. Over the last year, I've actually lost about 30 pounds, and that was, oh, thank you. I appreciate that, yes. And I learned something, and I'm going to share it with you guys. If you really want to lose weight fast, all you got to do is cut out one little thing, and that thing is joy. Smiles are empty calories. I'll tell you what happened, why I lost a bunch of weight to begin with. I had an ulcer, so I had to cut a lot of stuff out of my diet, a lot of unhealthy stuff, and as a result, I just happened to lose weight. One of the things that had to go was red meat. No more beef. And that was tough, because you ever go to a steakhouse with your friends and order chicken? I ordered chicken at a steakhouse. It's a lot like going to a strip club to read. It's just not what that place was built for. The other thing I had to cut out of my diet, and I still struggle with to this day, was alcohol. And it's hard not to drink when you're alive. So I still struggle with it. You know, I'll quit for a while and I'll start drinking again. So a while back, I had to talk to my doctor, and he said, look, if you really want to cut down on your drinking, just avoid triggers. And he said, triggers are people or places that make you want to drink. So I said, okay. And you know what? It's been about 3 weeks since I've been to work. Cleared it up. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's been great. Yeah. I grew up in an area where everybody spoke Spanish except for me. My father spoke fluent Spanish, never taught me. And all that meant was it was really easy for the other kids to talk smack about me right in front of my face. Just, oh, there's my name again. Pendejo. What's a pendejo? Well, they're smiling. They're laughing. It's got to be good. I think I'll go home. I'll tell my dad. I'd run home. Dad, I'm a pendejo. He'd go, well, son, we finally agree on something. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I am in a new relationship. It's been fantastic. She does roller derby. I do stand-up comedy, so you can pretty much guess how that power dynamic works out. I know if I mouth off, I'm definitely getting an elbow in the ribs, okay? That's what I'm telling you. This is a true story. On our third date, she showed up with a black eye. It's absolutely true. And I asked her where she got it from. She just looked at me and she said, bitches. And I freaked out and I got the hell out of there. And I bought an engagement ring. I have to lock that woman down is what I'm saying. I just want to feel safe walking around at night again. I will leave you guys on this thought. The last thing I had to cut out of my diet last year was coffee. And that was really bad because now I drink tea. And I don't like tea. It's dirty leaf water. It belongs in the gutter. But I'll tell you one thing about tea. When you drink tea, you just feel a little smarter, don't you? Even down to that nice relaxing sound you get when it's ready, that nice little ooh, NPR will have to wait. My tea is ready. But when I drank coffee, I used a Keurig. And you don't get that nice relaxing sound with the Keurig. This is the sound you hear when your Keurig's ready. It's horrifying. It's like Donald Duck is taking a diarrhea dump right inside your coffee cup. Guys, thank you so much. My name is Martin Marufo. Have a wonderful night. Give it up for Griffin Daly, everybody.
Thank you, Martin. Hey, guys, you've seen this guy before. He's been here a couple of times over the years. One of the best, craziest guys in the Bay Area. He's been on The Gong Show and the James Corden Show. So you're in for a treat. He's a TV regular. Give it up for my old buddy, Danny Decci.
Hey, get up for your host, Griffin Daly, everybody. Hello. Yeah, hi. I'm Danny Decci. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a graduate of Heels Business College. I'm losing my hair, thank you very much, and I work at Best Buy. So I know you ladies out there getting all excited, but please don't rush the stage. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Yeah. So this always happens to me. Whenever I go into the store, customers come up to me and they ask me questions because they think I work there. I mean, do I look like an assistant manager? Yeah, last weekend I was over at the sports shop at the mall just minding my own business when this guy comes up to me with a parking garage ticket in his hand. And he says to me, "Excuse me, sir, can you please validate me?" And I go, "Sure. You're a good person. Everyone likes you, and you smell nice." Yeah, the guy goes, "Oh, very funny, wise guy. I was talking about my ticket." So I look at his ticket and I say, "You're a good ticket, everyone likes you, and you smell nice." Yeah, the guy gets mad at me and starts yelling. And then the store manager comes over to see what all the commotion's about, and he fires me. Yeah, I don't even work there, and he fires me. Well, I did get my 2-week severance pay. That's cool, right? Thanks very much. Yeah, so also, speaking of sports, I'm not a big tennis fan, but a friend of mine had extra tickets to go see a tennis tournament. So I went. And you know when you sit on the sidelines, everybody follows the ball back and forth, like this. Yeah, I do the same thing, but in the opposite direction and make faces at people. Yeah, and then hear security. So that was my experience there. Whenever I go to Starbucks, I always order 8 cups of coffee because I like hearing my name. Thanks. Yeah. Sometimes I get so lonely for a hug that I go to a restaurant and pretend that I'm choking. Yeah, we got this new restaurant in my neighborhood. It's called Mama's Diner, and they say it's just like Mother used to make. The only problem is every few minutes the cook comes over to your table and complains about your father. Yeah. So, hey, how can you tell if someone's a vegan? Well, whenever they open their mouth, you can hear their stomach crying. Too soon? Sorry, too soon. Okay. Yeah. And what was the others? Anyway, I lost my track there. But anyway, did you see the survey on MSNBC News? It said 62% of America's workers are having sexual relationships with someone else in the same workplace. So it got me thinking, man, I need to get a job. Yeah, my last job was actually a pizza delivery guy, and I got fired for having a perfect driving record. Yeah, what happened was my boss got suspicious, and he found out that I did not have a car. I was delivering the pizzas on the bus. Yeah. Anybody ride the Muni bus in San Francisco? Anybody ride that? Because today on the bus I saw a young couple with a little baby girl, and the little baby girl said her first words on Muni. Yeah, she said, "Back door." Back door. We say that a lot on the bus. Yeah, also speaking of transportation, the self-driving cars. I think it's great I think it's going to be great when everybody has a self-driving car. You just tell it where to go. Hey, take me downtown. Takes you downtown. But recently they found a computer glitch. They found out there's a couple of people in the car having an argument, and one guy tells the other guy to go to hell. Let's see. Microphone. Hello. Yeah, and one guy tells the other guy to go to hell. The car will drive right off the cliff. But I recently did get myself a car. I got me a real man's car. I got me a big old '79 Oldsmobile. Gets an estimated, I don't care, miles per gallon. Yeah, and its hood ornament is a smart car. Yeah, so I took my car for a car wash in Brazilian wax. And when I got my car back, all the carpets were gone. Yeah, Brazilian wax. Yeah, great. Yeah. Yes. By the way, I'm also a musician. I also play music. So let's see, it's that time of the year. How about if I play the Nutcracker? Nutcracker, okay. Number 2 pencil. Okay. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. The Nutcracker. Thank you very much. By the way, this is the same pencil I used to fail the SAT test. Well, okay, how about a little rock and roll? Okay, Twisted Sister. Okay. It just goes on and on like that. Okay, great. Okay, one more tune. Name this tune. Okay. Anybody else?
Jeopardy.
What is Jeopardy? What is Jeopardy? Right. So yeah, well, I went to see this movie called I Am Number 4. Anybody see it? It's a nice, touching movie about Mandarin beef over rice. I'm Number 4. Yeah. So I'm at the movie theater. Yeah, just minding my own business, watching the movie, and right in the middle of the movie, the guy next to me starts talking on his cell phone. So I tell him, "Excuse me, sir, can you please put your phone away? You're trying to watch a movie." And he does. He actually puts his cell phone away. Then a few minutes later, I'm talking on my cell phone. And this guy says to me, "Hey, how come I can't talk on my cell phone and you can?" And I tell him, "Well, that's because I am a hypocrite." Yeah, and oh yeah, so it's that time of the year, and I'm not sure you heard that this artist in New York created this statue of Jesus, 7-foot tall statue of Jesus out of chocolate. And actually, a lot of people were really upset over that. But I'm thinking that's actually a good thing, because it would encourage people to go to church more often. And when they go to the church, they hear the preacher say, "Body of Christ, now in chocolate." Right. Yeah. Yeah. And during biblical times, the reason people used to drink alcohol instead of water. They prefer the alcohol, the wine, instead of water, because the water was unsanitary. And the reason the water was unsanitary is because Jesus was walking on water all over the place. Right. Okay. So, yes. And so it's that time of year. I remember when I was 10 years old on a Christmas Eve, and my parents were tucking me into bed, and they had a serious look on their face. And my father says to me, "Danny, my son, remember when you were 8 years old, we told you there's no such thing as an Easter bunny?" And I go, yeah. He goes, "Well, my son, we know that tonight's Christmas Eve, but now that you're 10 years old, your mother and I think you're old enough now that you should know that there is no God." And we're Jewish. So here's your Pastor, happy Hanukkah and sweet dreams. Yeah, like I said, I live in San Francisco, and actually recently I got attacked by a mugger. Yeah, this guy comes after me, and then all of a sudden this woman comes out of nowhere, and she slams the mugger down to the ground, and then she handcuffs him. So I figure she must be an undercover cop. So I ask her, "Hey, are you SFPD?" And she goes, "No, BDSM." Yeah, so we dated. Yeah, it didn't work out too well. Yeah, she was a Republican. Yeah, I didn't see a Ronald Reagan tattoo until it was too late. It was on her fist. Yeah. So also in San Francisco, we have the Ice Cream Museum. I'm not sure you ever been to that, the Ice Cream Museum. It's pretty cool, except one time I went there, They actually canceled the tour because one of the employees had a meltdown. Yeah, so, hey, what do you call two ants who run away to get married? Antelope. Right. Hey, so, let's see, gee, okay. Okay, I'm going to play one more tune. Okay, this time no pencil. I'm going to play the chopsticks. No pencil, just forehead. Okay. Yeah. And people say, hey, Dan, you're always happy, you're smiling, nothing bothers you. You know, do you do drugs or drink a lot? I go, no, nothing like that. I rely on something more natural. It's called denial. Yeah, you know, denial gets a bad rap, but actually it's a good thing. Denial is what helps us avoid reality while still being a contributing member of society. Okay, and before I get off the stage, sorry, just want to let you know I'm also available for birthdays. Bar mitzvahs. Also available for weddings. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Hey, see, quality show, good. Yeah. You good, yeah. And we're going to keep it rolling. Yeah. With a younger fella right now. This guy's fantastic. Marcus. All right. Come right out there, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Marin? How we doing tonight, you guys? Hell yeah, I am the black one for tonight. Hell yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm super excited to be here performing for a very diverse group of white people. Yeah, what's up, y'all? Yeah, you guys, I don't drink, you know, I'm not a big drinker, but whenever I tell people that, they always assume like I had a problem with alcohol, like I used to be an alcoholic or something. But that doesn't really happen with other things, you know? Like when I tell people I don't go to the gym, no one assumes I was like really addicted to chin-ups at one point, you know? Yeah, so I don't drink, I also don't smoke, I don't smoke weed, because for me smoking weed is kind of like, yo, you remember how stupid you felt that one time you accidentally called your teacher mom? Well, what if you could feel that way like 2 hours at a time, you know? Yeah, so I don't drink, I don't smoke, and so when people find that out, they're like, okay, what do you do for fun? Like, how do you have a good time? I'm like, that's a very easy question to answer. I don't, okay, you guys, I don't have a good time. Look, for me, having fun and a good time are just like words that people say that I don't really understand, like 0% APR or mortgage payment. I don't know what any of those things are, okay? I spend a lot of time on the road in my car and stuff, doing stand-up, and I love a good bumper sticker, you know, I really do. Like the other day, right, I was driving, and this car ahead of me had a bumper sticker that said, do you follow Jesus this closely, ? And so, obviously, I crashed my car into him, because I'm very religious, you guys. I'm like, me and Jesus, we are like this, okay? But yeah, like I said, I spent a lot of time in my car, right? And not too long ago, right, I went on this long drive throughout the state. And like while I was on this drive, I just kept seeing like hitchhiker after hitchhiker after hitchhiker. And then this realization set in for me. There's no such thing as a black hitchhiker. Because let's face it, you guys, hitchhiking is an astoundingly Caucasian activity. Look. Look, if you're black and a hitchhiker, ain't nobody stopping to pick you up, okay? Look, if you're black and a hitchhiker, you're not a hitchhiker. You're just a hiker, okay? Yeah, you know, you're stranded and need some good shoes, huh? It's really hard being a black guy, you know, like I get confused for being a bouncer a lot, you know? Like, as a black guy my size, I can't, like, wear all black and stand near a bar, because people will just start handing me their IDs, okay? Yeah, and I have to say that I have stolen a lot of identities, okay? But no, I also I get confused for being gay a lot. That people always assume I'm gay. I mean, I don't really understand it. But I did talk to my gay friend, and my gay friend said it's because I'm gay-facing. He said I'm gay-facing, you know? And, like, you know, like how some people have, like, a voice for radio? Well, apparently I've got a face for blowing dudes, you know? Yeah, like people look at me and all they see is just like, oh, yes! Yeah. Let's see, do we have any pet owners in the house? Make some noise, we got any pet owners? Yeah, what kind of pet do you have?
Lap chow dog.
A lap chow dog. Okay, that sounds very refined. I actually got a cat recently, mainly because I think I hate myself and I deserve bad things. Because let's face it, you guys, cats are like the worst possible animal that a person could have, you know? Like here's the thing, when I got this cat, I thought I was gaining a pet, but instead what I got was just a really crappy roommate with a mood disorder, okay? You know, cats, they have all these extra rules, too. They're kind of like strippers, you know, where it's like, you can only touch me here, here, here. Only on Thursdays, not my boss is watching, that kind of deal, you know? Yeah. My cat's name is Charlie, and I hate this little bastard with a passion, okay? Because, like, here's the thing with Charlie. With Charlie, I can never have female company over, you know? Like, I might bring a girl home, take her up to my room, close the door, start making things intimate. But then 10 minutes in, I start to hear this. Meow! And like, you could try to turn out some music to try to like cut the cat out, but it is so hard to keep your stroke game going when you got a little hand reach on the door doing this, you know? Yeah, so you have to open up the door and let the cat in, because like every person has a pet. At some point, your pet's gonna watch you like, you know, have fun with your lady or something, you know? They're like little perverts, okay? But it's like, it's a little bit different having like a cat versus a dog though, because like a dog, they see you in the zone, they're like your hype man, you know? They're like, okay, my boy, I see you hitting the mangles right there, but that's me style though, I taught you that. That's me style. But yeah. With a cat on the other hand, you know, they just sit there all judgy and stoic and stuff, you know? They're just like, really? Is that the best that you can do? I was like, get out of here, you little bastard. Let's see. I just moved into a new place. I moved into a new place a few months ago, and it turns out it's haunted by a ghost. Granted, I should have known there was something wrong with it on account of the fact that I could actually afford it. Because let's be honest, there's no way you're going to find affordable housing in the Bay Area unless somebody was murdered there, okay? Yeah, you know, like this ghost, it does like basic ghost stuff, you know, screams in the middle of the night, throws dishes around, like writes stuff on the wall like, get out, you're gonna die. But here's the thing that this ghost doesn't know about me, okay? I've had both a bipolar ex-girlfriend and Craigslist roommate, so I'm well equipped for all of its bull crap, okay? Yeah, but nobody believed I had this ghost, right? So I decided to try to like set some cameras up to catch it in the act. And I was like, you know what, screw this ghost, I'm gonna have a good night with my boys. So we go out, have a good night, I come back home a little bit tipsy, and I pass out. All right, now wake up the next day, and the house is a wreck, you guys. The house is a complete wreck. And so I check the tapes, and it turns out I don't have a ghost. I just get violently drunk at night and do weird shit in my house. Yeah, so I actually don't have ghosts. I do have demons, though, yeah. I'm dating somebody right now. You know, I'm dating a white girl. And you know, like whenever you start dating somebody new, you like to share in each other's like hobbies and interests and stuff, right? That's a common thing to do. I've been doing that lately, and that's why, for some reason, I've been really into sleeping with black guys. Yeah, hell yeah. No, I'm kidding. That joke is so dumb, but I love it. So. But I actually did get out of a relationship a little while ago, and you know, like whenever you get out of a relationship, you like to feel like you're gonna be the one that does better than your ex, right? That's like a common feeling. I'm wholeheartedly losing at this right now, okay? So like, you know, like when I was with this girl, we did like basic relationship stuff. You know, we moved in together, got a joint bank account, things didn't work out. I moved out, got my own bank account. But here's the thing, the bank had actually messed up and forgot to take her account off of my profile. And let me tell you guys, it does not feel great to have an actual number that shows how much better my ex is doing than me. Yeah, like the other day, right, I logged on my bank account. It showed I had 200 in mine, and she had 2,000 in hers. So I was feeling real down about it, right? And so I talked to my friend, and my friend, he was like, oh, come on, man. Like, how much better could your ex really be doing without you? I was like, exactly 10 times better. Yeah, it sucked, but it's great now. I'm a big foodie, you guys. I love food a lot. But there's one particular food that I hate, and that's grits. You guys know what grits are? For those of you that don't know, grits is basically a box of sand. Yeah, that people like to pretend is food sometimes, you know? And it's like even in the name, too. Like, like grits, you know? Like, who wants to eat a food that can also be used to describe, like, grades of sandpaper, you know? Like, I was never eating a bowl of grits, and I was like, I sure love the fact that this could probably finish a nice table, you know? Like, I don't even understand how grits works. To me, it's like biological alchemy or something. It like starts off as sand, add boiling water, turns into cement mix. Then you eat it, and 3 days later, you crap out an entire cinder block. What is that, huh? Yeah. I'm real close with my mom. I'm a real mama's boy. I love my mom a lot, and she's a woman from Berkeley. She likes to think that she's very socially conscious, but she's not. She's like kind of a little bit racist. But not like build that wall like Trump racist, but she's more do your accent back to you kind of racist, Like one time we were hanging out in the city in San Francisco, and this dude came up to ask us for directions, right? And now my mom responded to this dude by going, "Ciao, man! You take 3 rights, man! You do 3 rights, man, and then boom, you're at the BART station, man!" And I was like, "Mom, come on! That dude was Korean, okay?" Yeah, she's very bad at it, huh? I remember one time I was dating a Hungarian girl for a little while, and we were laying in bed together one night, and I was like, "Ooh, girl, say something sexy to me in Hungarian." And let me tell you guys something. Hungarian, not one of the love languages. It's more one of those, oh, your people suffered a potato famine kind of languages, right? And so I was like, "No, girl, just cut that out and just teach me a cute word." And I want to teach it to you guys too, okay? Now, it's the word for kiss in Hungarian. Now, in Hungarian, there's 2 words for kiss. The first one is pussy, and the second one is choke, okay? Now, pussy is the type of kiss that you can give to anyone. You can give it to friends, you can give it to strangers, you can give it to anyone. But choke, on the other hand, is more intimate. It's between lovers. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that, ladies, you can give pussy to anybody, but you only want to choke a motherfucker you really love. Hell yeah. All right, you guys, that's been my time. I've been Harry Tubman. Get up for your host, Mr. Peckerman.
A couple of years. Great, huh? Yeah, lovely stuff. Now we come to your headliner. Yes. This guy's been rocking around a few years, probably about 10 years, eh? Something like that. He comes from Chicago or somewhere, out in another country, way up there in the wilds. Let's have a big round of applause for Roman Leo.
Hey. All right, I like your enthusiasm. You guys could go far as a crowd. Yeah, Griffin is right. I'm from Cleveland. Yeah, moving to Oakland has fulfilled my every dream of moving to California while staying in Cleveland. I love the Bay Area. I love how my car gets broken into 3 times a week. People ask me, what do they steal? I was like, less and less each time. It's like, why? It's worthless. It's like a take a penny, leave a car at this point. One time the Oakland police left a note on my windshield, and they checked the box that said, "A crime happened here." I'm like, I know there's a crime. There's broken glass. All my Earth, Wind, and Fire CDs are missing. This is bullshit. Come on. All right, that was a huge silence, you guys. You're back. I learned recently that women don't like it if you say thank you after sex. Right? They think it makes it seem transactional. That's why I say I'm sorry. I wonder if guys with erectile dysfunction, if their other senses get heightened, Like all of a sudden they're really good at like conflict resolution. I'm an Uber driver. I Ubered here. I drove myself here. Oh my God, you guys are gonna have to catch up. No, Uber sucks. I was working over the holiday, Halloween, in a haunted house. Yeah. Just scaring people, no makeup, standing in the corner for 2 hours, scaring the people that work there. It was difficult, you guys. I have roommates. We have mice. You gotta like put out the glue trap. Mouse gets caught in the glue trap. My roommate Kevin gets caught in the glue trap. Right? It's like, how are we gonna have social change, Kevin, if you can't figure out this glue trap? I was in Berkeley at a party right when Trump got elected. We were like, yay! No, just kidding. Right? It was ridiculous. There was cognitive dissonance. The Civil War was coming. Everything. Right? This woman was really upset. We're in Berkeley. She said the word redneck, looked at me, and apologized. I was like, I'm woke. Berkeley, Beyonce, Bernie Sanders. So you eat your own young, you know what I mean? Like, we can't worry. We can't spend our whole entire lives worrying, you know? I feel like us, marINSANITY, could come together tonight to solve problems of government. Global warming, tonight, let's do it, you know? Don't worry. Don't think about how many years as a society it took us to figure out how to put 2 wheels on a suitcase. And how many more years it took us to figure out how to put 4 wheels on a suitcase. I think we went to the moon first. It was it's confusing, but just don't worry. You know what I mean? Tired. Alcohol makes me tired. Marijuana makes me tired. Lasagna makes me tired. It's like all afternoon to make lasagna, and then you have to make the whole pan last until midnight. I'm tired. I asked my girlfriend, does my hoodie fit? She's like, it fits on top. One time I did cocaine 30 or 40 times, and it gave me insomnia, which makes me tired. My favorite drug of all time has got to be anesthesia. I'm like, $30 copay, just give me something that works, please, you know? The anesthetist is so nice. He comes in, he sticks a little needle in your arm, he spins a little dial, he's like, enjoy. This is the good stuff. We're going to give you the same stuff that killed Michael Jackson. And I was like, oh no. Propofol, I disappeared. I went to the other side. Michael Jackson says he's sorry. And then he said R. Kelly did it. It was a very weird trip, you guys. I'm getting laughs off the soundstage. That joke is great. I don't like you people. No, I'm kidding. It's weird. Remember back in 2006 when they came out with Buzz driving is drunk driving, right? I was just like, uh-oh, I better pull over as soon as I get off the Bay Bridge. This is a weird time to learn something from a billboard. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've been swiping, been dating, swiping. I got like huge swipe delts. I messaged this woman. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm knitting and making goat milk cheese on painkillers. I was like, sold. We lived together for 2 years. She owes me a lot of money. Don't go to Alameda anymore, do I? I used to be married. Getting married is kind of like falling in love with Princess Leia and waking up with Carrie Fisher. Oh, Carrie, what happened? You died and ruined my joke. I met my ex in a bar. She came up to me all coy. You know, coy, hiding a herpes blister. And she said the most amazing thing. She said the word irregardlessly. And I was like, oh, irregardlessly? How do you even feed yourself? You are so hot. It's ridiculous. Last time I went over to my in-laws' place, the big topic of conversation around the table is what's the best kind of wine that goes with hot dogs? And I was just like, Franzia, obviously. It says hot dog wine right on the box. Yeah. We're in San Rafael. This hobo walked up to me at the gas station. He said I looked like a youthful Vietnam vet. I was like, come on, buddy. Then he challenged me to a game of strip poker. Never play strip poker with a homeless guy. You can't defeat someone wearing 7 layers. Starts with his junk out. It's impossible, you know? He's already won. It's tough. I feel like there's so many lights. I feel like I look like I got my hair cut at Guitar Center. I'll have the Gibson Flying V, please, you know? Sometimes I travel, go to like Modesto to do comedy, you know, Central Valley. I get a little uncomfortable in a bar in Modesto because there'll be a bunch of guys in there and they look just like me, but for real. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have like that much of a creepy face unless I'm just like looking at you through a fence, you know, like, right?
You're very handsome.
Oh my God, I'm going home with you. Let's. You can meet my girlfriend, but she threw me for a loop. Yeah, no, I was done with that. I moved way on. This is a lovely crowd. You guys are just, you guys, friendship, hardship, courtship, battleship. You guys trying to now? I feel like you hit. Yeah, all right. I feel like you guys have just like hit that point in the relationship, or maybe the best years are behind you. I don't know. I'm trying to deal with this stuff. I don't know. I look at him. I'm like, I have a long way to let myself go. It's gonna be all right. They're dating. That's cute. People still date? I don't know. I'm just, you guys. It's great. You're reminding me of my dad, and he works at Walmart. Right? My dad used to be a professor, and now he works at Walmart in retirement. And like the guys are just like, what you used to do. He's like, I was a professor at the university, and then the guys at Walmart are like, not so smart now, are you, professor? My dad got written up for fighting at Walmart. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get my sense of humor from my mom. She's a really nice lady. She'd always just be like, Roman, invite a girl to the prom that no one else would ask, that no one would ask. I'm like, Mom, are you asking me to invite you to the prom? Is that what's happening? Right? One time I told her I was a little depressed, like feeling a little suicidal, and she's like, prove it. I love my mom.
That's terrible.
I know. It's a terrible joke. But, yeah, I don't know. I love the new technology, you guys. You ever see this thing? It's amazing. You go to the bathroom, it's one of these Dyson air blades. Probably not supposed to be advertising, but it's one of these like Japanese-inspired hand dryers, electric hand dryers. So cool. First time I saw it, I thought it was a urinal. It's like your junk comes out really dry though. One time I was at a show and I was like, hey, this one guy, and his name's Dave, and I was like, hey, you got a relationship? And he's like, I got ex-wife. And I was like, well, maybe the second marriage will be better. And he's like, what? Marry her again? All right, you guys, thank you very much. My name's Roman Leo.
Roman Leo, guys and gals, we're going to do a picture now. And we're going to take a picture of the group of the guys. And I want to bring everybody back out. Brian Thomas. Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. Mike Marufo. Danny Decci. Marcus Howard. Yeah. And old Griff. Yeah, listen. It's a free show. But we're all desperately broke. So, and some of these guys have driven like 40, 50 miles to be here. So. I'm a big liar, but we do need money. So I'm going to put this jar by the little Christmas tree out there in the lounge there. So if you could just drop like 20, 30 bucks each in there. Okay. Thank you for coming out, guys. Come and see us in February. It's going to be wonderful.